Oh, look what I did!
It's filled with heavy metal on the inside, covered with grass on the outside. And it wasn't brawn, but brains that solved this bathroom mystery. Plus, a country cabin in the middle of the burbs with some unexpected twists. Next.
An underground house like this one is something you don't see every day, but it's the myriad of metal creations on the inside that make it truly one of a kind.
My name is Chas Kaiser from Batesville, Indiana. I've always wanted an in-ground house, so I built one. Here it is. This is my home. It's an in-ground passive solar dome home. The house is a loft structure where the upstairs is a bedroom, and it looks down over the kitchen area. And next to the kitchen area is a very large living room, 2 full bathrooms, a laundry room, as well as a pantry/wine cellar. This is my waterfall pond. The rocks kind of gives it that desertous theme, as well as the plants and some flowers to create that oasis type feel. The construction of the house started when we excavated the hillside. We laid the house out, dug the footers, created a monolithic pour for the floor, incorporating the hardware that it took to build the dome home over top of that. And then the structural iron went in, then the rebar, and then the concrete, and then we put the waterproofing over it to make sure it wasn't going to leak, and then replace the dirt back over the top of the house. When you first enter the home, one of the first things you see is a spiral staircase. The center post is a wood log, and there's also a steel grapevine with bronze leaves. How I built that was take round stock, put it in my forge, get it up to cherry red heat, and then put it in my air hammer, which hammers in this texture. The next thing is to make vines the same way, by taking a smaller piece of round stock, putting it again into my forge, and then hammering it to a point. The leaves on my grapevine handrail are constructed of bronze. I draw on the back of the bronze with a magic marker and then take a plasma cutter and cut the leaf out to the design and the shape that I want. After that's finished, I'll take it to the repose area of my shop where I'll put the texture lines into the leaf as well as the veins. After that's finished, I'll put a green patina on there, and over a couple days we'll have the nice green hue to it. This is a Hoosier cabinet that was made for me. They made everything except the metalwork, which is what I do, so I finished out the metal myself. To do the copper repose on this cabinet, I took a sheet of 20-ounce copper, annealed it, which is where you take the copper and you get it cherry red with a torch, and then quench it quickly in water, and it'll give you this really nice reddish color. To make the design in the copper, I'll use tools that I made from railroad spikes and other pieces of metal, and with hammers that I've bought, and actually beat on the back of the copper to bring it out to the front, and that gives you your relief. Now that you've seen the inside of my house, come with me to check out the outside, the oasis. The waterfall was cut into a hillside that's naturally in front of my house. We used a track hoe to dig the waterfalls itself out and then laid in a rubber roofing, and that's what holds the water in. The rock that's in the waterfall is a local creek rock, and just stacked it in so it would look like a natural creek that we would have in this location. The waterfalls was built from a kit that you can order with a pump that recirculates the water and a couple filter units. The waterfall itself has 6,000 gallons per hour pumped through it. The pond itself is about 8 feet by 12 feet and 2.5 feet deep. The fish are all shabunkin and goldfish, and the waterfall does run all year and keeps the ice open so that the fish can live. The walls are created from 2 foot by 2 foot by 4 foot rectangular blocks made from concrete. They're solid concrete. They weigh approximately 1 ton. There's a course of these concrete blocks 2 feet deep below the wall as a footer, and then the blocks themselves are mortared together and stacked up for the wall. The waterfalls is nice to relax by. Sometimes in the evening to have a glass of wine by and watch the fish. In the morning before I go to work, I like to feed the fish. They come up, they're very friendly, and kind of start your day off. It's a great space to not only enjoy it from most aspects of my property, but also from my house. I have one of the most unique houses in Indiana. The waterfall is comforting, as well as the house is very soothing and comforting, so they tie together very well. Living in a home like this is actually quite comfortable. It has a very unique, cozy feel to it. It's kind of rejuvenating and relaxing and just makes you feel comfortable. I took a hill and I created a home.